Hi, welcome to PHP programming. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. We are going to start example 009. The notes for this video can be found at this URL, which is loaded here. Okay, and we finished eg008, which is a introduction, very simple example of how to connect to a database. eg009 is something more real, okay? Because we are going to use both two tables in our ER diagram. We are going to use the same database that we created in eg008. So if you still remember, let me close this first and open this again. If you still remember in eg008, we created a database using this SQL file, and that SQL file actually created a database with two tables. Following this EL diagram, we went to many relationships, and if you launch your PHP MyAdmin, let me start my xampp, Apache, MySQL, PHP MyAdmin. Okay, I go straight in because I've been doing this for a while and I did not log out. Okay, let me log out so that you see the login and password. Okay, so if you log out and you want to go in again, you have to key in Harry and your password is elbow monkey. All right. You know what? Let's try again. Okay. So now you want to go in again, so click on that. You put in your Harry and elbow monkey, you're in, okay? So if you go to your Kung Fu Panda shop and look at the products and categories, you have your database there. We are going to use the same database that we use in eg008, but we are going to create a different view, all right? So let us look at that view. In a real-life situation, probably you should design a user interface, sketch it out on a piece of paper, and I do not want to sketch on this video, so I created a Word document just to show you what my interface will look like. So C10, my PHP. I created a Word document called eg009. You don't have to create it. I created it just to show you what the interface look like. So we are going to create a title called Kung Fu Panda Shop. You should sketch this on a piece of paper, okay? And then we have a product list. The left side are all the categories. So all the categories. So all the categories will be put out on the left side. Action figures, MP3 songs, and DVD will be on the left side. When you click on each category, the title of the category will appear on the right side. It will change, and all the products related to each category will change. So if you click on action figure, you should see all the action figures here. If you click on MP3 songs, you should see all the MP3 songs. If you click on DVD, you will see all the DVDs, and that is controlled by the category ID, right? One is action figure, 2 is MP3 song, 3 is DVD, which is categorized here. So that is the result of the one-to-many relationship. Again, I'm not teaching database design, so I don't want to get into detail about that. I'm just teaching PHP coding, okay? You should have a little bit of database background. You know what is one-to-many relationships and all that before you even come here. All right, so that is our interface. And to do that, first we need a folder. So go to your C10 myPHP, create a new folder called eg009, and all your files for your eg009 should be inside there. And the next thing we do is we need a CSS file, and I'm not going to create the CSS file from scratch. That is covered in my CSS website. I have a website on CSS and HTML and all that. So if you want to learn HTML and CSS, go look at that website. Okay, not here. So I have created a main.css file, which is under eg009. Okay, main.css. I'm just going to right-click on this file and save it into my c10 myphp eg009. So you right-click on it, save link as, save into your C drive, temp, myphp eg009, and do a save, and you have your main.css there. Let's look at this file, what it is about. Okay, if you open up this file in Notepad++, okay, quickly go through it. Display ball, standard stuff, background some greenish color, body width is 760, so if you code it from here to here, it's around 760 pixels. Banana family, which is something like this. You have your headings, all the good stuff. Navigation has no buttons, so technically you can use your navigation here with no buttons. And then the links are changed. Okay, tables are changed. So when you do your table format, you follow this. The header has some margins, and the header H1 is changed. Main semantic tag has a different kind of heading. A site is on the left, so flow left. So probably I'm going to put a site here on this side. Section is flow left, right. So I'm going to use section on this side. Oh, I'm going to create footer as well. So I'm going to create some like copyright footer here. I did not put it in there. Alignment is right. And then when you create, oh, this is for something else. We're going to use that for our app product form later. So very fast, I went through the CSS file. Again, I'm not trying to teach CSS here, so you just figure it out and look at the tags, okay? All right. So now I want to connect to the database first. All right. So I have my CSS file there, and I'm also going to create a database connection called 9a, new text document, eg009a database.php. All right, open this in Notepad++, and we want to connect to the database. And because we are connecting to the same database, and in eg008 we actually did a database connection, so I can copy a lot of stuff from my own file, which is great, right? You know your file works. You can copy your own code. You can speed up the completion of the video, so YouTube won't be super mad at me because my video is too long. All right, so let's go to eg008 and open up the 8a connect database. Because we are using the same database, a lot of things can be used. All right, so I'm going to switch between 9a and 8a. Realize their name is different, so go to 9a. And in 8a, we are going to have our DNS string. Remember, I said I'm only going to ask you to do this once. So technically, I can copy the whole thing, right? I can copy the try catch. I can even copy the error message. Copy the whole thing, put it there. Let's uncomment the echo, okay, and comment out the include. Obviously, this will not happen because in eg009, this file is not there, so that won't work. So let's comment this one out. We should see a success, okay, if nothing goes wrong. Save your work. Come over here, sorry. we need a new tab, and we need to load the we need to load this one. Control C to copy, Control V to paste, go to eg009 and look at 9A database success. Great, fantastic. Okay, but what if the connection is wrong? If the connection is wrong, now I can close my AA. I can close my old file that I used to copy. So let me close that. Go to 9. What if there's an error, right? We want to show the error message. So if I change the password to cfu888, save, and try to connect now, you have a password error, right? Access denied. Again, this is not very professional. Users do not like it. They want to see something pretty. So I'm going to create a pretty file, right? And in order to do that, so now I have a eg009a database.php. What if everything is good, fine. What if there's an error? We should direct the user to a new file, which is professional looking, and that file is going to be called eg009b database error. eg009b eg009b database error.php. And we want to make that file pretty. Okay, so it looks professional. Alright, if there's an error, we send it to 9b database error. So before we create that file, let us just copy this eg009b underscore database error. That's correct. Let's just copy this, put it here. So instead of echoing error message, comment it out. I'm saying I'm going to send it to a new file that we are going to create. Save your work. Of course, if you try to reload right now, you see that file not found. Oops, file not found, line 13. I cannot find this file because you have not created it yet. Alright, so let's quickly create that. So in eg009 folder, we say I'm going to create a new document. I'm going to Control V to paste what I just have. So because I copy and paste, I won't make a typo, right? That the chance of having a file not found error is not very big. So copy and paste is good. Open this here. So double check. Right now, if you reload, they will give you a blank file. Okay, because I included this file. And obviously in this file there's nothing. You don't see the error anymore. You see a blank file. That is correct. So I want to put an error here. Something more professional. Again, I can copy from my 8, right? So I go back to my 8. 8, I have a database error. Open that. Okay, so now you're looking at, let me go back to 9 again. So in 9, database error is empty. 8, there's a lot of stuff. I can just copy this, paste it here, but remember 9 is much prettier, much more professional. So I need to change a couple of stuff. Let me close 8 first so I don't confuse myself. Change the title to Kung Fu Panda Shop. We will have a uniform look. Okay, and that is correct. And the body, I'm going to change stuff. Okay. And remember our main.css here. We are going to use it for formatting. They have semantic tags. Okay, they have a header, which is a semantic tag. We have a main. All right, we have a site and we have section. So our header will be this will be our header. The whole thing will be our main. This whole thing will be the main. A site will be this site, and a section will be this site, and of course footer is the bottom, right? So remember all this. So in 9b, database error, we are going to have a header. We are going to have a main. And we are going to have a footer. Okay, in the header, I'm going to say this is my Kung Fu Panda shop. Save your work. So when you come here, reload, you will see your error, Kung Fu Panda shop. Okay, and then they look pretty because the main.css took care of that. In the main, we are going to say I'm going to have a database error. And that error is and because you created an error message here, I can just use that. And because you include the code, PHP will treat this as the same file. Save your work, Control S, reload, you have your database error here. Look very professional, right? And then in the footer, we are going to use alignment to the right, which is in main.css here, alignment to the right, class right. And then copyright. Special character, copyright 2020. So you have that. But then you say, hey, what if I want to make this guy change according to my year? I do not want to every time type in the year change. So you can actually change this to PHP. So now you have HTML, PHP, HTML, and instead of using hard code year, you can say I want to add code the year. Capital Y is the year. So now this year is generated by the program. Okay, that is almost a good place to stop. But before you move on to anything else, this is a very good template, right? You have a good title, you have header, you have main, you have footer, very good. Let's do a validation. Come over here, open up your W3C markup validator, and come back here, validate the PHP code, view page source, select everything, Control C to copy, come over here, Control V to paste. You should see no error or warning. If you have any error or warning, you have to come here and fix this. Okay, because later we are going to copy code from this file. If you have error, you will generate more errors, and that is not good. All right. Okay, let me close this. Let me close that. And let me close that and that. Okay, that is a good place to stop. We'll continue to finish the rest of this in the next video. Thanks for watching.